Last Flag Flying is directed by Richard Linklater and it stars Bryan Cranston, Steve Carell and Lawrence Fishburne. The story is set in 2003 and it is about Steve Carell's character who goes to meet some of his old pals from the Vietnam War and he asks them to go to his son's funeral. His son who was a soldier as well, his son who was just killed in Iraq. And this film is very much a Richard Linklater film, both in the good ways and sadly also in some of the bad ways, but this is definitely a good film. Not a great one, but a good one. What really is spectacular about this film is the acting. The chemistry between the three leads is outstanding. From the first moment that they start talking to each other to the very last, you see how they kind of rebuild their friendship, how they re-examine some of the things they did in the past in Vietnam, how they changed during those years. And this is also a spiritual sequel of sorts to another film from 1975. I have not seen that one, and some people who love that are complaining about this one, but just saying, I didn't watch it so I can't compare it. But I did love the friendship between these characters. It was truly great. There are some scenes when they're just talking about, some might even say nothing, but they're having so much fun that you can't not care about them. And also there are a lot of themes about the importance of just being there for someone. Even though you aren't really close to that person, the fact that you're helping them means a lot to them. And we see that with Steve Carell's character, who's just had a rough year in this story, and seeing him just wanting these two old pals of his to just be there for his son's funeral is heartbreaking and also heartwarming. And all those characters are flawed. You get to know them, you get to see them for who they really are as the film progresses, and that is the core of the film. But unfortunately, Richard Linklater is not really a visual director. So we get a lot of badly paced scenes, which is unfortunate. Some of his other films like the Before trilogy, School of Rock, Fast Food Nation, those movies work quite well. But this one is closer to a Boyhood, which is still a film that I actually loved, but there are just some moments where you just think that some scenes could have easily been cut or made shorter, because this is 2 hours and 5 minutes long, more or less. And it's way too long, longer than it needed to be. So a couple of scenes could have been cut, it could have been a little bit more focused on these characters without meandering too much, but that is his style, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't ruin this film. Other than that, this really is just one of those films for quote-unquote old people, because there's pretty much only talking. It is about veterans talking about the war, talking about the present, and being set in 2003. There are some political messages both related to that time period and today, with the war against ISIS and the war in the Middle East. And there are some interesting parallels, but still there are just so many moments that I didn't care about. And then other moments that almost brought me to tears, especially in the ending, which is very emotional. But it isn't focused all that well, or as well as other of Linklater's films. So for that reason, I do recommend you check out this film, but you don't need to rush out to the theater to watch it. It is worth viewing for fans of the director, or those who just really like or are interested in the themes of war, veterans, and the constant cycle of violence and the pointless sacrifices that some soldiers make, unfortunately. But otherwise, don't watch this film, you're probably not gonna like it. But still, guys, have you watched Last Flag Flying? Do you like it or dislike it? And which is your favorite Linklater film? My favorite? Whew, probably Before Sunrise. Yeah, my favorite of the trilogy. But still, guys, thanks for watching. Here to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.